bear minds on developmental strategies and how to achieve desired results, of course, for the people that elected them into their respective offices. My name is Prince Will Awa, the anchor of the Honorable as a program on Inet MTV. Today, we have a personality that we're going to talk to. Of course, this personality will bear his mind on some of the things he has done in his community as a leader. He is a councillor that was elected at a point, and the people are depending solely on him. The people of his ward are depending on him to do something quite unusual to bring them out from where they were to somewhere good. On this program, personalities across politics are equally interviewed to tell us some of the things that is required, needed to be done to front our country, Nigeria. On this program again, we welcome entertainers and of course, people that have made us at one point or the other proud in some forms. It is never out of place to mention again that our guest for today will be drawn from the Ifagoija extraction, a local government in Lagos State. This councillor, we are told, is serving the people of Ward C on his second term. Today, I will have the honor of introducing our after we return from this break. Do stay with us. Of course, welcome back. The Honorable is a program that is geared toward community growth and development. Like I said before we went on this break, I have the honor of introducing this great man, a man of the people, to our teaming viewers across the globe, in person of Hon.David David Olaniyi. Good to have you, sir.
Oh, good afternoon.
Of course, the pleasure is mine to have you.
Thank you very
How
much.
is the work of the council?
We thank God. God is our favor.
God is always helping us. All right. By asking you to please tell us your name again and the council you represent.
Oh, viewers at home, good afternoon. My name is Hon.David Olaniyi Adeboye. I represent the good people of Ward C in local government. I'm currently on my second term in office.
Currently on your second term in office. So you've passed the first term, Honorable.
Yes.
There was exams and you passed first term.
We thank God that I'm a grassroots person. I was not born precisely in a faculty.
Okay.
I was born in old local government
40 years ago.
Over
40 years ago. All right.
And I was born in Lagos.
Okay.
I schooled in Lagos, and I had my tertiary institution at the University of Ibadan, where I political science.
Okay.
And I came out with 2-1. And also currently running my master program in the University of Ibadan on conflict resolution management. And I've worked in private sector long before now.
Long before now.
Yes,
Okay.
I worked with Formosa Bottling Company, the front Formosa Bottling Company, the maker of Lulu drinks. I also work in the front Gateway Bank that that merged together with Access Bank as a ABO. And I also moved to Globalcom. I work in Globalcom. I left Globalcom as a stock controller of Sokoto branch. So I started as a customer care assistant in Lagos, so being transferred to Sokoto.
Okay.
I'm married. I have 3 children to my side with a lovely wife.
All right.
And the people of Ward C found they wanted to serve them in 2011. I aspired in 2010/11, and I was then fit to represent the good people of Ward C.
Okay. A wonderful credential there, counselor. Now, let's go by your credentials. Now, what does it really take an individual to become a counselor of a local government?
Well, according to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1919 as amended, certificate has been changed for present.
Overnight?
It has not been changed.
It doesn't
by
happen
the
in
National
Nigeria.
Assembly, so that the national it has not been changed.
Okay.
The minimum qualification is school cert O level.
Okay.
So, and that is two. You must be acceptable by the community
Okay.
that you want to represent.
Okay.
So the community, and then you must have a party.
Okay.
Within Nigeria, independent candidate have not been allowed, have not been convoked into the Electoral Act.
Okay.
So I think there was a procedure some time ago. So, but I don't. It's yet to be completed.
All right.
But at least you must run under an umbrella of a party.
Okay.
In my own case, I run under Action Congress. I now metamorphose in my first time. I now
Okay.
metamorphose
Into
APC.
APC.
Or Progressive Congress, which is
all
now
right.
the
ruling
in
party
Nigeria,
everywhere.
in state, and in my local government.
All right, sir. A wonderful one. But haven't met the requirements for being a counselor. What is the work of a counselor?
Oh, the work of a counselor is basically one. Because governance is about saving lives and property. One. Two, the work of a counselor is to represent those people at the council. The councillors are the council itself because they are people representative. So we are representing our community that is being put into what? Splitted into what? One, to influence infrastructural development.
Okay.
Two, security. Three, welfare of the people that you represent. And the fourth one, to create enabling environment so that at least for business opportunity within your locality. And you know, if there's no security, there won't be business.
Okay.
So we need, and if you look at the Act, 1976 Act of Olusegun Obasanjo, and if you look at the Ibrahim Babangida Act decree in 1988, 89, that brought about the local government. The local government is fused up to what? To close the gap between the government and the people, most especially the central.
Okay.
So they now look, okay, what way will it be that so that will make it happen? I think that is the essence of the local government. And the councillor is to represent the spirit to bring those infrastructural development into this community.
All right. May I ask at this juncture, over the period that you have
another
served?
thing, sir.
Okay.
It also, the councillor has a power to make bylaws.
To make bylaws, okay.
Bylaws.
Okay.
That is number one part, to make bylaws for the good people of the local government. Because once you're elected from your ward, you are no longer at that ward they told you, you're now a council. You are the council. But people in these days twist it looking at the executive as the council, but the legislators are the council. In a nutshell, I always put, anytime I talk to people that are not there, to the people out there, well, the executive is just the custodians of people money. But the legislator, the councillor, the state assembly member, the national assembly, that is the Senate and the federal House of Rep, they are the people representative. So we look into this and to do oversight function of, okay, this budget that was being brought to the house, was this money judiciously used
for the
by
purpose
the
it was
executive
meant for? Okay.
So when we look at that, so that is that we are the people representative.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, precisely, let me ask this question. What impact will you feel or think that the people of Ward C, yes, that you have made in their lives over these years?
Yes, people of Ward C.
But because you have said the good part of it, will the people that you are leading say the same concerning you? Do you lead us there, please?
And Ward C too, my people, I love them so much and they love me so much. The people of Ward C, people knows that you can only do your best and leave the rest. There's no governance, it's about continuity. There is no way that you can get perfect government.
Okay.
But the issue is that my first time, in order to create an enabling environment for my people, I went that far and I went that far to Lagos State Public Works in Bega. So
Okay.
I don't know. And I make sure that I was able to influence the resurfacing of the defunct Emmanuel Olufemi Axis Oyemeko to cook.
Okay.
Then I was also able to influence the Olufemi Ajayi Street.
Okay.
In my ward to resurface the road, and of course the portion of agility that have never been tarred before.
Okay.
Agility of each side. It has never been tarred before, and today is tarred, and so I influence it through Lagos State Public Works. And while in my first time, I also make sure that I influence the before coming on board in 2011. If you know the deplorable stage of the road where the General Hospital, Ifakoja General Hospital, and the mini stadium, the proposed mini stadium, is located. It's called College Road, but currently the bylaw that we have, and we've changed it to Barrister Kule Fadikwe Way. Okay. So it was so, in fact, all over the news in Lagos State on radio stations and TV stations, they're just talking about that road. Okay. I make sure that I stood and I went to the executive and I put my memo and the resolution, everything, to make sure the road was being tarred. Okay. And today the road is there, though due to the development project that is ongoing in Pennsylvania, all trucks are now plying that road. So that is why presently.
All right, sir. Honorable, you've spoken so well concerning this development. You seem to talk much about road network. What about empowerment? 2 weeks ago, fortnight ago precisely, there was a program you front in Ifakoija. What was it for? A seminar, a workshop? What was it for? Take us to that point.
It is not a seminar. As a leader and as one that has been elected into office, over time we observe that when people elected or put in place of power disconnect from their people. So I now benefit and I look what is the problem that is happening, because a lot of issues is happening, because I walk on my street, on the street in my ward every now and then, and I observe that one.
How do you walk? Sorry, how do you walk, with your vehicle or with your legs?
No, I park and I walk with my. Sometimes you see me on my short. I walk on the street.
All right,
and I greet my people. I walk, so I listen to them. You're not perfect. Some appreciate you, and some don't appreciate you.
Yes.
But at least I look at the problem. What are the problem I saw there? I saw two major problems. The two major issues that I've seen there is, one, I saw that they have PSP issue. Okay. The PSP is our Loma, the woman that's currently running that cleared our refuse. Okay. So which is Mid Royal Global Services, and I observe that people have issues with her. And I also look at the issue of Ikeja electricity, so the electric power supply, the non-distribution of the prepaid meters, as presumed earlier, and of course the high rate in this power, because you don't give power and you keep bringing bills that is outrageous. Yes. That Nigerian quote unquote always call crazy bills. So I then if it went to the business manager that is covering our area and the IFAC undertaking manager. I brought them together. I brought the entire community, the CDA in my community, the landlord association, resident association, the political class, and everybody. So we brought them, and we were able to harmonize and meet a resolution. So it was a mini town hall meeting. It's still not here. It's not a meeting where I've given the account of my stewardship. Okay. It's just a mini town hall meeting. I've met a resolution, and currently we are on.
Okay. No problem. We'll still come back to that line. But going by what you've just said, what is your relationship between the people of Ifako, Ijai, and the people of your ward?
My people of my ward, they are very interesting people. In my ward, I have a lot of enlightened people in my ward, and people that are precious to me. I have them as father, mother, aunties, sisters, and colleagues. But the issue that I observe is that as a man, we can never get to a point of saturation. Okay. In economics, there's what we call a point of saturation. You cannot satisfy everybody. So, and people look at the counselor as if you control a vote. A counselor don't control a vote. In Nigerian constitution, councillors have not been financially independent. They have not been given autonomy. Okay. You depend on the executive. After you've been given your pay, which is less than 120, and people are looking at you to meet their demand of 1 million. So, and you now look at it, and so the only thing is that from whatever that is available, the little that you can do, but giving that financial as an executive, it is not possible.
All right.
For all councillors in Nigeria, I stand to say.
All right. Yeah, viewers, we are speaking with the Honorable David Olaniyi of Ward C2 in Ifakoija local government. Of course, he has bared his mind telling us viewers that the councillors have their limit in operations. So if you have one in your neighborhood, you don't trust all to them. They are equally humans as we do. Of course, some people are working and they're getting paid more than 500,000 to 1 million. And the councillor here is saying that they get less than 120,000. Yeah. Of course, they're just there to represent us. Do them all the good you can, support them to move on. We go on break. And when we return, we are going to go into the Lagos state government, where the councillor is equally holding sway. Stay with us. The break. And before we went on break, I do promise us that when we return, we will speak with the honorable councillors concerning the state of affairs in Lagos State. My honorable sir,
Yes, sir.
You said while we were talking earlier on that you influence projects from Lagos State government to your community, meaning you have what the Nigerian factor will say, a link with the people in the authority. Now, there is a list of commissioners and SAs from the governments. Do you have any take on this? Are you satisfied with this list? Is it okay? Does it meet your expectation as a councillor representing your people?
Well, I wouldn't want to delve into state issue currently.
Okay.
Because the matter is a very sensitive matter currently.
Okay.
But we are hoping for the best. And I know this cabinet under the Governor, our Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the Deputy, Bafemi Amzat, I believe that the team and the executive team that will come on board is going to be one that will affect our people positively, and we are looking for better representative that we too, we know that we're expecting them to be on board from the Ifakoija.
Okay.
So
All right.
I wouldn't want to talk more than that.
At that point, let me agree with you. Maybe after the whole thing, we'll still come back to continue from wherever we're going to stop now. Of course, let me ask this question. When you returned for the second term, the victory, was it for all the councillors, or were some dropping in the process?
Oh, there's an adage. Now, my late father always said, he said there are more 3, 4 things that people will never stop you to do.
Okay.
Getting married.
Okay.
To the woman or the man of your choice.
Your choice.
Aspiring.
To become what you want.
To become what you want. Giving birth. They will never ask me. So, when it comes to aspiration, everybody. In fact, can I say this thing in Yoruba language? Only go ori buruku ni go on buy on.
Of course,
the interpretation. I'm an African man. I'm in Yoruba, but
Yes.
But Orire, everybody, no matter. That is to say that, how would I put it? I don't know how I would put that one, that context in English.
All right.
But when it comes to success, everybody aspire to get something.
Okay.
So, but the other opposite of it, nobody is interested. So, being a councillor, be anything, chairman, executive, or senator or rep, a lot of people will come into the race. Okay. In my second time, I think that I want to give kudos to the people of my ward entirely. I have less than 8 people. I think it is my ward that have the least. Okay. 8 people that pick the form with me. And along the line, it is only one person that want to, because the entire community, the entire people in my ward surrounded me towards the primary. Even the other person that was saying that he knows already. But along the line, the people, this guy has served us first time, and we've seen the impact. Okay. And they gave me the second time ticket on the platter of gold. And kudos to everybody in Ward C2 and the entire leadership in the faculty. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you.
All right. Of course, a very in-depth appreciation from Honorable David Olaniyi to the good people of Ward C2, Ifakoja local government. Of course, how will you be able to access the welfare of the honorable councillors of this local government with the present, comparing the first tenure and now?
Welfareism is a continuous thing. Generally, legislators depend on the executive. Not just recently that the National Assembly and the State Assembly are just independent, but the local government, we are also looking towards the Councillors Forum in Nigeria. We are working towards having independent. I think if we are a bit independent, then we'll be able to do things in our own way. But for now, we cannot. We only depend on the executive chairman. Okay. And if it is available, if that's what we requested for is available, and if it is not within his reach, we just have to stay within our limits.
All right, no problem. My councillor, I want to ask this question away from my questionnaire. What is the working atmosphere in your council?
The working in my council is excellent. Our council, I want to expand on that question. I will look at in my council, the office. We have a good office given to us by the executive chairman, Honorable okay. And of course, then we have a harmonious relationship between the legislative and the executive. The legislative is being led by the council leader, that is Honorable Abiodun Akiola, and while the executive, which is the council overall chairman, is Honorable okay. We have a harmonious relationship, and every one of us, we always put, there's not any resolution that will pass to the executive that the chairman do not respond to.
Okay. So you have a cordial working atmosphere.
Excellent.
So to speak. Between the councillors, the vice chairman, and everybody. All right, including the last person at the gate.
Yes, we do.
Including the last person at the gate, cordially. There's no problem. Of course, there is this cordiality existing between the people of Ifako, Ijai local government in Lagos State. Now, let's go on this individual relationship with the people in your grassroots.
Yeah. Individual relationship varies. Naturally, I don't really fancy people that celebrate me every time. I prefer people that hit me. And when they hit me, I don't take it personal. I will later collect it, then go back to my room, go back to my house, assimilate on what that individual have said to correct where I've erred. So, and I'll now look at it and I'll now modify it to my own and I'll move towards it.
Okay. There's no problem there. That is it from the Honorable Chairman. Chairman, Honorable Councillor, I beg your pardon, viewers. And let me ask this. If you've been given this privileged opportunity to rate a scorecard to the people or to your council, what would be your scorecard in terms of performance and the likes of them?
I can't rate myself. It's the people that put me there that can rate me. I can't rate myself. The only thing I know is that I've done my best. I can only do my best and leave the rest for them to assess.
All right. Before we move on to yet another segment, I want to ask you this question. You said the people, the good people of Ward C elected you. Was C2 rather. Now, personally, what made you to accept this push?
Oh, well, I'm sure every one of us remember the book that we read in school then, The Animal Farm. And the Animal Farm, you know, it was stated there, they came together as one. Suddenly, towards the end, they say the elephant have to tell the other, no, some animal are mortal. We are, where I'm going is that we all have the instinct of politics in us, even in our various homes. We play politics among our children, among our siblings. We play politics. Only that as a good father, you need to not to show it, so that the result will not be that of like Joseph. What happened to Joseph in the Bible? So we take caution. So I think I want to tell the parent viewers at home to take cautions among their words. So what pushed them, what motivated me is one, I've been a party man with our leaders in the local government, in the old Ifakojai local government, and as we are growing. So when the times to aspire came in, so I went to solicit among our leaders that I think it's right time. I've been serving this community since the past 1996. So I've been going with you people to various meetings since 1992. I've been carrying chair for them in 1992 because I left secondary school in 1989. So 1992. So and I've been looking, okay, I'm gradually under tutelage. And the man that really at the end of that picked me up was our later House of Representative member. I will also have worked as a chairman of this local government. That is later Morufudin He was the one that gave me tutelage in the local government. But by the time I went to aspire in 2011, he was already in Ojukoro, and we are here in Ifakojai. And I have some of my mothers that are here in Ifakojai, but we are not as weighty the way it should be. So we just have to do what? To influence, to move around to some other people that are on ground. And together with my mothers around and my fathers with the local government, you know, as a politician, you have a lot of mothers, you have a lot of fathers and uncles. So bless the trade, and at the end of the day, the Lord crown all our effort.
That is a wonderful one there, a wonderful one there. But what of those fellow partisans, those players that could not make up to your position? What did you do? You call them to together to
we talk. I called them, we spoke, but you know that the resources cannot cater for everything at the same time. But at least when there is opportunity, I call. Oh, please. There's some program ongoing in the local government. Will your wife be interested? With your son will be interested, or your daughter, and of course we'll relate on basis on that.
All right, viewers, we've been talking with Honorable David Olaniyi, representing Ward C2 in Ifakojai local government. When we come again, when we return again, we are going to have some people in the street, people in this community, people in wards to ask you know, the honorable councillor some question as to his relationship with the grassroots. Stay with us. viewers, welcome back to this segment. In this segment with the honorables, we are entertaining community members in Fakoja local government. Ward C2, if possible, we have community people that will come on this program to either ask the honorable councillor a question or lend their voice to observing one or two things or give credence to them. While we went on that break, we have one of the community members joining us. Good to have you, ma.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I want you to introduce yourself to our viewers and the ward you represent before we move on.
I am Mrs. Kalosho from Ward C2.
From Ward C2, meaning that you are local government person, and the guest we have today, Honorable David, is your councillor representative.
Yes.
All right. Do you have a question to ask him on this program to clear some things to our viewers, or observations, or give credence to the things he has said so far? This is one-on-one with the Councillor David.
Well, as for him, he's a man of his own caliber. As for him, he did well in the community, and I can give him two busa for what he has done.
Can you let us hear the busa now?
Busa, busa.
Just two, okay?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
So, in Fakwejaye, especially in C2, he did well, and I have a question to ask him.
Please, that is what we really want to hear.
This question is, as you did in the other first tenure,
okay,
that favors everybody.
Okay.
Now, we want you to continue the way you did in the first tenure.
That endeared people to vote you again.
That is it. So,
okay,
that's what I want him to do.
Okay. So what is the question now, ma?
Question is, I've asked him that, are you going to do the way you did in the first tenure?
All right. My honorable councillor, this is Mama, and this is you, live on program The Honorable. So over to you. Speak to our viewers, speak to the good people of Ifako, let them hear you.
Yes. Mrs. Kodesha, you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know her, she's one of the pillars that made David to become councillor of C2. We are a member of the same group, the same campus, and she's one of the 7 mothers that I have in my ward.
Okay.
And in the first term, the government of the central, what happened at the central determines the results that also come from the grassroots.
Okay.
And in the first term, I'm sure we all know who was at the end of affair at the national. There is not a member of my party. And we are from AC. We are AC to AC and to APC now. And that was Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, the President of the Federal Republic then,
Okay.
in my first time in 2011. And now in my second term, we have a break of almost 3 years before coming back for second term. And in the second term that I came on board, just yesterday became only 2 years that I'm my second term. And the president that we have on board, there's a lot of things, most especially so many acts that have emanated on finances that even if we have the local government find it difficult even to cater for some welfare that most especially the one that just even came out recently, the Procurement Act.
Okay.
And of course I always call it Mr. Nofi, the NFIU law.
Okay.
I'm sure
Let's go by Northview law.
yes.
All right.
The Northview law, and is a state that everybody must purchase of pencil now on an account. There's no free meal again. No free meal in Freetown. So we must just work and execute. So the only thing is that just so back to our question.
All right.
Yes, I want to, and I want to, and I will continue to do what I did in my first time. But in the second time, what we met on ground, because two government, caretaker government, have taken place before
your return.
Okay. So a lot was needed to be amended. And I'm sure we all know about the two, that's the executive secretary and his team, and the sole administrator. So before we come in on board with the executive chairman.
Okay.
So the only thing I observed that okay, maybe I have a little bit adjustment I need to make personally
to make things
people,
work.
To make things work
okay.
to my people, but not that I'm not performing the duties that I am elected to do. Over time, we've been called to state assemblies and other training. I know that in Nigeria, people don't want to know the difference between executive or the legislator.
You are in the government.
In the government. That is the word. Okay. In government. But there is steps, and everyone have his or her own jurisdiction. Okay. But I think I understand where she's coming from. I can assure her and the good people of the faculty that I'll make correction to that area.
All right. You describe her to be one of the 7 mothers you have in Ward C.
Sure.
So, Mama, over to you. The Honorable Councillor have said something. Are you satisfied, or do you still have something to away from the question?
I'm satisfied with what she says.
Okay. Okay. Any other inputs or suggestion, observations, what you should do differently to make things work? As a mother, you can as well give him counsel on this program, the Honorable.
You know what is there is that, as for him, I want him to, as people used to come to him for maybe, I have something in my mind that I want to say. Let me see my counselor. You know, that kind of a thing. Yes. Let him just say, when they come to you, what you're supposed to do to them, maybe to answer them, or please don't tell them the other way. You have it or not. Excuse me, sir. You have it or not. Either a bit one, just do as you can be able to do it.
Just do something. Let them feel that they've met you.
Yes. Let them feel you.
Okay.
I know what I'm saying.
All right. I feel you, ma. Honorable Councillor. You hear what Mama is saying?
Yes, thank you very much.
This is the kitchen advice, kitchen counsel.
This is the kitchen counsel. I appreciate, but I just want to clear. Yes, I understand. They are the people. They are the one that gave it.
They are the reasons for your being there.
They are the reasons.
Yes.
They are the one that sent me there. But
Honorable,
they are the reasons we are there.
Okay.
Now, they use it occasionally, so many times. People come when it is not happening.
Okay.
Forget because, but I understand that the fearism of our people was the
paramount
in our hearts.
Okay.
That is the 4th tiers of government. In fact, I put it as the 5th tier of government. Which is, we have the executive, we have the legislature, we have the judiciary, we have the civil service, and of course welfareism. Okay. When you take welfareism out of it, so you are imbalanced. So I think I will yield to the advice of my mother. Okay. I will make adjustments in the moment.
Mama, I want to really appreciate you for giving that kitchen counsel to our honorable councillor. Of course, if he's not living here with anything, that counsel from Mama will work wonders in the remaining years.
What over $1 billion?
Okay. Because we will definitely wish you to return if there is provision to return for the 3rd term, or you go higher away from the councillorship.
Councillorship,
yes,
I'm done.
Goodbye.
It's going higher.
All right. I want Mama, viewers, Mama is in the program. I want her to, she gave the councillor 2 posts before. I want her to give to the Fagojai 3 posts. We should round up this program.
Okay. Bosa. Bosa. Bosa.
Yes, and that is where we bring this program to a close. Honorable, before we go, your final word to the people of Ifakojai.
Well, Ifakojai local government, I just want to, my final word is that please, I thank you all for giving us the opportunity to serve in the local government. Two, please let us be security conscious in whatever thing we're doing in our neighborhood. And if you observe anybody doing anything or you don't know all about, please don't hesitate to call the appropriate contact, which is the Nigerian Police Force. We have your RG, we have the pencil and this. Let's be security conscious, and whatever thing that we do, let us do it with calmness and of course with God heart. God bless you, Ifakojai. Wasitu, I love you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you. And I pray and I will tell you that I will not let you down. Thank you.
Well, viewers, that is where we draw the curtain up on the program, The Honorable, today. When we return again next week, we are going to bring in yet another councillor from a local government to this program. My name is Prince Will Awa. Good night.